Welcome everybody to the NABA San Francisco State of the Chapter. So we're excited to have you join us this evening as we officially kick off the fiscal year. So this year has been one for the history books, but even through the challenges, the hardships, the confusion, setbacks, unknowns, we continue to strive for success and motivate our members to shine beyond the darkness. Dark like that day we had when it was orange outside for like 24 hours, right? Super dark. But look at us now, we shine through the darkness. And so this evening, we come together to celebrate NABA. We share who we are, what we do, and what we have in store for the fiscal year. It's an evening to open your heart and mind to joining us in our mission and goals as it relates to our member development, both professionals and students. Building strong relationships with our corporate sponsors, partners, and community, and continue to be an organization that uplifts our community no matter what challenges arise in the world around us. We are a resilient NABA, and today we hope to show you why that remains so. Next slide. Thank you. So we have so much good stuff in store for you this evening. We'll do a bit of NABA overview, hear from a few of our partner organizations, get a chance to meet each individual that make up the fiscal year 2021 executive board. You'll hear about each of our goals for NABA, and you'll also learn about opportunities to join committees. Then we'll show you some polling questions because let's face it, your vote matters. That reminds me, make sure you're registered to vote. No excuses, okay? Lastly, you know we couldn't end tonight without hearing from you. Yep, we will open up the conversation to you, the audience, to help us learn more about you and what you like to see from NABA this fiscal year. So let's just get right into it. Next slide. Okay, so Shani Blevins is our selfless, hardworking leader. Shani is the president of the NABA San Francisco chapter. Without her passion, determination, and the many hours she puts into NABA initiatives each and every day as president for the last 2 fiscal years, things will look much, much, much different. Let's just put it like that. And as I say that, she's currently away on NABA business and is unable to be with us here tonight. However, in true Shani fashion, she has prepared this beautiful video for all of you tonight. So let's take a look. I can't hear it.
One second. I don't know why the video isn't playing with sound.
I think you have to share your audio when you share screen.
Right. Thank you. Technical difficulties.
Yeah, I did not know that.
It's not giving me that option. Sorry, 1 second. Found it.
Okay, perfect.
Right. Take 2.
Take 2. Let's take a look at the video.
Good evening and welcome to the State of the Chapter. My name is Shani Blevins and I am honored to enter into my 2nd term as president of NABA SF. We are the San Francisco chapter of the National Association of Black Accountants, an organization that I have been a proud member of since the tender age of 17, an organization that invested in my development early on, an organization that is responsible for my professional development, an organization that provided a young girl from Richmond with the right mentors to shape me as a professional Black woman and the right sponsors to speak up for me in rooms in which I am not present. An organization that has provided me with the opportunity to do the same for the rising Black professionals of today. as I strive to live our motto of lifting as we climb out loud while boldly representing the Western region. NABA SF, we are a nonprofit membership association dedicated to bridging the opportunity gaps for Black professionals in the accounting, finance, and related business professions. Representing more than 200,000 Black professionals in these fields, NABA advances people, careers, and our mission by providing education, resources, and meaningful career connections to both our professional and student members, thus fulfilling the principle of our motto, lifting as we climb. Here at NABA SF, we believe in advancing careers, building relationships, creating opportunities, and developing people. Now, I would be remiss if I did not take this opportunity to say thank you to our outgoing fiscal year 1920 board members, some of which have actually returned to serve on our fiscal year 2021 board. Chika Obi, Vice President, Robert Hurd, Treasurer, William Walden, Director of Finance, Kelvin McIver, Financial Secretary, Ranti Akande, Director of Professional Development, Jeffrey Regley, Director of Student Development, Dominique Crawley, Director of Communications, Brianna Wilson, Secretary, Tawana Nichols, Immediate Past President, and committee members Tosh Barrow, Amaka Osaruji, and Fola Sawyer. Thank you all for your service to NABA SF in fiscal year 1920. Your hard work and your commitment to NABA SF provided us with a rock-solid foundation which enabled us to forge on as the COVID-19 pandemic ravaged our communities. And the unjust killings of Black men and women, though deeply painful and sad, have forced us to reclaim our power. A power that was ripped from us some 400 years ago. A power that is at its greatest when we are united as a people with shared goals and objectives. I think we can all agree that we not only want but deserve the same rights, privileges, and opportunities of our counterparts. So in the words of my soror, Dr. Shirley Chisholm, the first Black woman in Congress and the first Black woman to seek the nomination for President of the United States, if they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair. And on behalf of NABA SF, I want to remind you that we are your folding chair. Take us with you on your journey as a professional and join us in the advancement of Black professionals. At this point, I would like to introduce you to our fiscal year 2021 board members, all of which continue to amaze me while keeping me grounded and passionate about the work we do here at NABA SF. Back again, we have Chika Obi, Vice President, Ranti Akande, Director of Professional Development, Jeffrey Regley, Director of Student Development. Now we are excited to welcome our newest board members, Patrina Alexander Pertit, Director of Corporate Relations, Portia White, Director of Communications, Fola Sawyer, Director of Membership, Stephanie Hayward, Treasurer, Farida Tony, Financial Secretary, Andrea Taylor, Secretary. You'll have an opportunity to meet each of them later in the presentation. But before I close, I would also like to say thank you to our corporate sponsors, EY, Kaiser, Bank of the West, Wells Fargo, Working Solutions, SFMTA, Haas School of Business, and Federal Home Loan and Bank of San Francisco, as well as our corporate partners, Internal Revenue Service and the Oakland African American Chamber of Commerce, and our scholarship contributors, EY, the Ramsey family, NABA National past president, Madam Gwendolyn D. Skillerin, the Armanino Foundation. I would also like to say thank you to our lifetime members, our professional members, and our student members. Your support is greatly appreciated. And at this time, I would like to turn it over to our Vice President, Chika Obi.
Awesome. Shani is amazing. Not only did she recognize the board the current board, our corporate sponsors, the community. She also recognized our last year's fiscal board, which was amazing. You know, we set the pace as to how this year is going. So thankful for Shani. She's so amazing. Okay. Yes, great leadership by Shani. She, selfless, like every day, you know, putting her work, her business, she's an entrepreneur, putting her business aside to tend to NABA business. And that's a true leader. So we are thankful. Yes. Okay. So that was Shani, our president. Let's continue with the next slide. Okay. So our mission statement. So I believe it's important to know an organization's mission statement, since a mission statement summarizes the focus and the values of the organization. So NABA's mission statement is to address the professional needs of its members and to build leaders that shape the future of the accounting and finance profession with an unfaltering commitment to inspire the same in their successors. This is such a powerful mission statement because it's all about the advancement of Black professionals and students. Even after 51 years of existence, NABA continues to lift and climb. Next slide. Okay. So how did NABA get started? 51 years ago, in 1969, in the state of New York, 9 Black CPAs met to discuss the racial challenges and the limited opportunities they faced in the accounting profession. At that time, there were only 136 Black CPAs out of 100,000 CPAs. I think all of us accountants already figured out what that number is, but it's only 0.136%. Pitiful, right? So these 9 founders knew how imperative it was to address the challenges that they each faced and commit to both professional and academic excellence in order to build a community of Black accountants who collectively would have a strong, respected voice in the business and accounting industry. So tonight, we honor our NABA founders by saying their names: Ronald Benjamin, Earl Bigot, Donald Bristro, Bertram Gibson, Kenneth Drummond, Richard McNamee, Frank Ross, George Wallace, Michael Winston. Next slide. Today, we're an organization of over 200,000 Black professionals representing the accounting, finance, and related business professions. NABA is all about advancing people, careers, and the mission by providing education, resources, and meaningful career connections to both professional and student members, fulfilling the principle of our motto, lifting as we climb. Next slide. Okay, so our vision statement is unlimited opportunities and growth for Blacks in accounting and related business professions. We celebrated our 50th year of existence last year and dubbed a 50th year anniversary motto of one voice, one NABA. In true NABA fashion, this 50th year model shows true alignment with our mission, our values, and our vision statement. Next slide. So as the name implies, NABA is a national organization and we exist across 4 regions: the Southern, Eastern, Central, and the best region, the Western region. As of June of 2019, there are approximately 1,000 professionals and student members in our Western region, and our specific NABA San Francisco chapter is the 3rd largest chapter in the Western region, behind Dallas and Houston, okay? And over the 4 regions, there lives 200 and counting professional and student chapters, okay? So that's our overview of NABA. Next slide. Okay, our partner organizations. So you can't have a model of lifting as you climb, lifting as we climb, without being an organization that values relationship building. NABA SF has built lasting relationships with 3 amazing nonprofit organizations. So when it comes to lifting our middle school youth and their families on finances, we look to Life Courses. The Accounting Career Awareness Program, ACAP, plants the accounting seed in minority high school students through its accounting-focused programs. And the DOF is an organization of Black-owned accounting and tax firms that uplifts and educates its members for long-term business success. Now, we'll hear from a representative from each of these organizations to share more details of their respective organizations. So, do we have Tyemba Jelani of Life Courses? Or will Nicole be speaking for Life Courses? Oh, Tyemba's here. Okay, we're gonna make you a co-host so that you can be seen and heard.
Sorry, I was muted. Hi, could you please check your mic?
Yeah.
You should be able to talk now.
All right. Good evening, everybody.
Show your face.
I'm
Good evening.
get there. What is
Or not.
No.
Okay. Good.
My plan is to show my face as soon as I find the where is my camera button at? Hold on.
Your phone or computer? Oh,
Seems like he dropped off.
yeah.
No, I made him post. Oh no, where'd he go?
That was my bad. I told him to, hey, Tyemba.
Hey. All right. Clearly, I'm having some technical.
It's okay. Don't show your face.
You can if you want. You are now available.
Don't log off.
Oh, hold on. I'm trying to do it.
It's coming.
I am getting. Can you can hear me?
Yes.
Awesome.
What's happening? What is happening?
Good evening.
Good evening, Tyemba. So thank you for joining us. So Tyemba is a co-founder for Life Courses. So Tyemba, talk to us about Life Courses.
All right. So Life Courses came out of a vision that myself, Shawnee Blevins, and Nicole Felix had in 2011. So the longest story short, and I'm sure Nicole will probably jump in and try to fill in some of these blanks, but just to make it real quick. So we all, members of NABA had been doing plenty of work organizing under the chapter, and one of NABA's programs was called the Youth Education Conference. So it was an annual event for middle school students. So at some point we decided that we would like to take that youth education conference and expand on the middle school demographic. So we talked to the NABA leadership at the time and said, hey, would you mind if we took this and then created some ancillary, other programs around it. So that was in 2011. We formed Life Courses as a spinoff and as a pipeline organization into NABA. So the idea was we would get the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, pipeline them into ACAP, which is, 9th grade, early high school. And, from there, they would eventually pipeline ideally into, NABA student chapters and on to professional. So that was the idea. Just to give you a brief idea of what we did last year. Am I sharing, or y'all just want me to keep pushing? I can keep talking. So since our last conversation, which I think we were at, is it the Z Gallery? What's the name of the place where we were?
Z-Bar?
Z-Bar, downtown Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
So since then, we've done several programs. In November, we did how to pay for how to pay for college. So that's obvious based on the title. So we wanted middle school parents and families to start thinking about what it takes to pay for college before they got into the 12th grade, you know. So oftentimes we do this so late, we aren't prepared. We have, you know, big ideas of which schools we want to go to, and those tuition fees will sneak up on you real quick, needless to say. So that was that idea. We did that in November. And then I coincidentally had joined the alumni board for Cal State East Bay. So out of that relationship, in January, we were able to conduct a financial education workshop to seniors at Cal State East Bay. Right after, that was actually February. Right after that, we conducted a financial literacy workshop to high school students for this education summit that they had at Cal State East Bay. And then came the Youth Education Conference in March. So let me tell you, when it comes to knocking on wood, I mean, we were right at the beginning of that curve with COVID. And I remember the question came up, you know, do we cancel? Do we not? And we made the decision to go because it was just so early in the process. And fortunately, you know, everything went well. To our knowledge, nobody got sick, and we had a great conference, you know. So I often, as I see where we are now versus where we are in March, I again, knock on wood, and thanks to the Creator for getting us through that. Shortly thereafter, in August, again, through the Cal State East Bay relationship, I did a financial education presentation to transfer students and freshman students. So we've, you know, not expanded, but because of the need, you know, there have been those who've reached out to us about, hey, can you know, bring this content to our particular group? So that's how we've ended up more in the high school or the college space over the last few months. Now, with the distance learning and everything that's going on with education, there's still a lot of uncertainty about what programs are even going to look like once the schools are actually able to work out what does education even look like in this context. So for now, we're just, you know, letting the dust settle, if you will, but we expect to be picking back up again soon, you know, just based on how things play themselves out. And the last thing I'll say, since me, Shani, and Nicole are still doing things together, is we have a We Ride, We Vote. We started a cycling group out of this COVID experience. And on October 10th, we're going to do a ride around the city of Oakland with two objectives. One is to increase voter turnout, and two is to support locally owned Black businesses. So our bike route through Northwest and East Oakland will prioritize driving or riding by Black owned businesses in our community. So if you're interested, you certainly, between Shani and Nicole, you can get some information on the We Ride, We Vote. And that's all I have.
That's
Any questions
amazing.
for me?
Any questions to Tayemba? Just type it in the chat.
Okay.
And we actually, you know, we're going to hear from ACAP and DOF, but we encourage you, from what you hear today about live courses, ACAP, DOF, we encourage you to go on their websites and find out more about what they're doing, what events they have coming up, and to, you know, get on their email lists and to potentially volunteer and tell your community about it, tell your colleagues about it, because they're doing amazing things. Okay. Do we have any question? Okay, Michaela says, As part of NABA, are we able to volunteer? Yes.
Absolutely. And let me chime in because I see Eric Bell is on here. So got to shout out Eric Bell because he actually was leading up the Youth Education Conference when I think he started it, introduced that program to NABA. Okori, I heard his name mentioned a few times. So Okori and I are comrades and came up in high school together. So, you know, just acknowledging the folks that we put in the work with. And we have an upline that is amazing, the Gina Woleys and Ralph Grants of the world. I can go on forever. Gwen Skillern, who I know you see often. So all of those folks, you know, again, the upline as well as the comrades who we organize with and those of you coming in behind us, it's just motivating to be around. So thank you everybody for your work.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yes, as Tyemba said, I mean, he mentioned some names that, you know, we can go way back to when they were students and to today's day where they're contributing scholarship dollars to fund, you know, 3 students at a time. So that goes to show just the whole timeline of our chapter and the support and the love we have to still be around and still put our love and our finances and our time into making NABA what it is today. So that's amazing. And then to see life courses, some of our members create life courses, and you'll hear about ACAP. In fact, let's bring on Eric to talk more about ACAP.
Hello, good evening.
Okay.
Can you all hear me?
Yes.
We can.
Yes.
Wonderful. I apologize because normally as a teacher, I would have a whole presentation prepared, but I didn't do that. But that's because I'm not teaching right now. So I've got a new responsibility on campus as a academic dean. So my mind is all over the place. But I am excited to talk to you all about ACAP. Hopefully you all are very familiar with ACAP because ACAP has been around for 30 years in the Bay Area. So shout out to Barbara Williams and Mark Kinger and Okori Ramsey, who's been there since the beginning and has had his turn as the chairman of the board, and to Charlene Smith, who still remains on the board, and just all those wonderful pioneers that kind of paved the way, that allows me to do something that I love and is important. The mission of ACAP is really simple. We want to get more people that look like us into the field of accounting. The way we achieve that is by reaching through college into high schools and interacting with high school students to get them thinking about careers in accounting. Everyone on this call knows that being an accountant is a pretty awesome gig and it's a great thing to do. But believe it or not, there's a lot of misconceptions out there about what we do as accountants. And so it's important that we're out there in the streets, helping to dispel those myths and helping to make sure that the young people, particularly young Black men and young Black women, Latino men, Latino women, understand that this is a viable option for them and they can be extremely successful. We run 3 programs. One program, this is the one that we've been running for 30 years, is what we call ACAP in a week. This is where we take 30 high school students from across the Bay Area and we allow them to live on campus, live on a college campus, usually UC Berkeley, for an entire week. And we teach them about careers in accounting through workshops, through field trips. We teach them about dining etiquette, presentation skills, networking skills. It's just an immersive, I think it's about 16 hours a day of immersive, fun, engaging content. We make that happen for those 30 students at no cost to them. So thanks to all of our generous partners. We've been doing that for 30 years. About 5 years ago, we realized that we put in too much work to only impact 30 people a year. And so we started a secondary program called ACAP in a Day. And this is where we have been working with Cal State East Bay, Go Pioneers, to create a one-day workshop for high school students. So all high school students are allowed to participate, and their parents. So we were engaging their parents in the conversation as well. And so what we have now is we have 3 different simultaneous workshops going on. One for parents, where we're teaching them about how to save for college for their kids, how to support your college and kids, how to support your kids in college, excuse me. And then we have one workshop for those high school students who have gone through the residency week program. So we're just kind of leaning in to that program. And now we're doing more in depth, looking at their resumes, help prepare for interviews, helping them understand some more progressive accounting concepts. And then the big room is preserved for all those other students who have not had the opportunity yet to participate in the ACAP residency week. And we're teaching them about different careers in accounting. Again, working to dispel the myth and just whet their appetite for wanting to learn more about becoming an accountant. The third program that we offer is called ACAP in a year. So you got ACAP in a week, you got ACAP in a day, and then we got ACAP in a year. Let me tell you how that one came about. We realized that when we look at the students who would apply for the program at Berkeley, or would apply to show up or register to show up to Cal State East Bay, we're still missing a population of students. There's a population of students out there who may believe that they don't deserve to be on a college campus, that may believe that it's not safe to put your information on the internet. So what we decided with the just the passion of Dr. Teresa Hammond is we're going to go find them and we're going to bring this to them. So we partnered with Oakland High School, and we've been working with their Dreamers group as well as the African American Male Achievement group. And what we do is on a monthly basis, this is all pre-COVID, work with me. On a monthly basis, we go out to Oakland High School and we deliver the content to them. We go to their library, we sit with them. So if you're thinking about ways you can get involved, that is one of the most impactful, low maintenance ways that you can get involved. All we ask is that you show up maybe 10 minutes before the high school students get into the library to get a rundown of what's going to happen. And then you just engage with them. And so that's the third program that we offer. Now, obviously in 2020, we were not able to hold our residency week program at UC Berkeley because of COVID. But what we did instead is we had a virtual summer program, which was absolutely amazing. We were able to, thanks to Patelco and others that were just spontaneously encouraged on the call, we gave away, I think, over $1,200 in scholarships to students who participated in that program. In addition, we gave scholarships to everyone that participated in the program, and we provided lunch for them through DoorDash. So that was in July. On next week, we're working with our ACAP in a year, Oakland High School. I believe it's Kaiser, KPMG, Clorox, Chevron have all stepped up, and they're going to do a virtual office tour with the students. And that's going to be next week. So we're really excited about that. And then our ACAP in a Day is going to happen. It's going to be a virtual event. We partner with Cal CPA, and we're working with our new partner, Grant Thornton. And we're planning for another amazing event. And we're just looking to take advantage of this opportunity where we were once kind of limited in terms of our physical space and the opportunity to get from San Francisco to Oakland or from Richmond to Hayward. Now it's as easy as walking across the hallway and sitting down at your desk. So we're taking advantage of that and finding ways to engage, continue to engage students, because we do believe that our mission is really important.
Yes, it is. I agree. Awesome. Any specific questions for Eric or about ACAP before we move forward? Yeah, ACAP is doing amazing things, and I love the alliteration of ACAP in a week, ACAP in a day, ACAP in a year. I think that's genius. Great branding. So if no other questions, then let's get going with Mike Steele. So Mike Steele is representing the newly branded DOF. So let's see, Mike, if we can turn Mike's, or Mike can turn his audio and video on.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, I hope everybody's doing well. Like Chica said, I'm Mike Steele. I'm the director of the DOF. And the DOF is a group of African American and other minority CPA, tax, financial firms, both locally and nationally. We are I guess you would say we're the entrepreneurs of NABA. Our firms provide, accounting, audit, tax, consulting services to individuals, small business, partnerships, corporations, nonprofits, and government. Government is a really big area for a lot of the bigger DOF firms. The goals and mission of the DOF is to, we do continuing education for our members, 20 hours of low cost, high quality education that we do, around the Thanksgiving time period. Foster economic development of our firms through joint ventures and teamwork. On a national basis, there have been a number of large projects that DOF firms have partnered on, and I mean some really big deals, and hopefully we can do something like that locally here in the Bay Area one of these days. We also exchange information, network, just a close bond of individuals that work together to try to make each other better. From my perspective, the DOF originated, I'd say, back in the olden days of when they had the big 8 accounting firms. And back in those days, there was less opportunity for us to make partner, to be on the partnership track, excuse me. So a lot of the firms, the people in the firms, stepped out on their own and established, CPA firms and started providing these services. And along came the DOF with that. And so it's a lot different now where, most of the, I'll say millennials or the last few generations of CPAs have taken the corporate route, and, they, chasing those stock options and corporate benefits, and, so not a lot of the younger generation have, stepped out as entrepreneurs and, started their own, CPA firms like it was back in the day. So we just want to welcome you guys back. There's always that option to be an entrepreneur. There's tons of business out there. I mean, I get calls like daily, from people that are looking for, services. So it's just tons of business out there. So as far as our activities, our main activity is the Ralph Grant Institute, which I mentioned earlier, which we do in around Thanksgiving time. Back in the day, we did a lot more events. We did community events. We did, we had a few awards, award ceremonies. Nicole and Moray and I, we did a Men of NABA event you know, we did a couple of those. I don't know how long that's maybe 5 years ago. And, you know, hopefully we can get back to some of that stuff too. But so my co-director, Dennis Middleton, is Dennis on? He's supposed to talk about the RGI and what's happening nationally on the DOF scale. Is Dennis on?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. All yours, Dennis.
Hey, everybody. That's a couple of mentees I see that are on the line. I don't know, can you see me? And how do I?
We can't see you, Dennis.
And how do I do that?
Same from.
On the bottom left, Dennis, there.
Start the
there was a
video.
mute.
Okay, there. I didn't see that button before.
He's coming.
All right.
1 second. Give me 1 second. A lot of technical stuff back here.
All right.
All right, so you should be
Okay.
there.
Hey, all right, everybody. So I remember, this is wonderful. This is wonderful to see the young folks stepping up. Uh-oh, what happened?
You're still here. We're showing the website, the
Oh,
DOF.
okay, great. So I wanted to again congratulate you for continuing the success of the NABA San Francisco Bay Area chapter. So I was a student at San Francisco State when I joined NABA as a student, so it continues on. But to get things rolling with regard to the RGI, we're so excited about the Ralph Grant Institute. And the Ralph Grant Institute, of course, started here in Oakland by Ralph and continued nationally through the National DOF. And they ended up having 4 locations around the country simultaneously during Thanksgiving week for 20 years or 17 years. So this year, though, because of COVID, we are taking it virtual. So on November 23rd, 24th, and 25th, we're having a virtual conference that is from 8 a.m. to noon Pacific Standard Time, and it's from around the country. Everybody from around the country will be able to participate. We're not sure of the exact conference fees, but we have an exciting group of speakers. So on that Monday, we have James Hill is going to do the FASB and the GASB updates, and that's Monday and Tuesday the 23rd. On Tuesday the 24th, we're excited to have Lena Hines, which is a partner at EY of Los Angeles. She's going to do the CARES Act issues and challenges. Then later in the day or the morning, she's also going to do the 990 tax compliance matters on that Tuesday the 24th. Again, she's a tax partner of EY and LA. So to top it off on that Wednesday, or to round it off, and on Wednesday, November 25th from 8 a.m. to noon, we have 2 sessions. We have cybersecurity best practices. Can you hear me? I guess you can hear me. Cybersecurity best practices by Otis Ricks out of the Atlanta office of EY. He's a senior manager there. And then we have Ed Robinson, the president of Rainmaker Performance Group, who is going to be talking about the remote workplace best practices. And as Mike had indicated, the DOF is about networking, collaborating, and making money. So we're hoping that some of the members of NABA will eventually start their own firms. I know Chica has her own firm, and others will have their own firms to get in there and make some money. Because the DOF, which is used to be called the Division of Firms, now the Diverse Organization of Firms, is the premier organization of the Black-owned CPA firms and other Blacks in accounting who empower, educate, and advocate for the accounting profession and ensure innovation, mentorship, relevancy, and continued value. And there are dozens of firms around the country. I mean, we network with all kinds of opportunities. Mike indicated, we have so much business, we can't, we're trying to give it away. We're trying to, Chica doesn't want to take it. Mike doesn't want to take it. What we're trying to do is get more of us in this profession or as owning their own firm, so you can take some of these clients off of our plate. But the money is there. I know we don't sometimes have to work over the weekend, but that's what we do. But the diverse organization of firms name came about as a result of the 5-year strategic plan that we had. And we're launching the website, as you see, very shortly. It's not completely done, but it's an incredible website that we'll be able to collaborate with each other on an ongoing basis. So in addition to the Ralph Grant Institute in November, there was scheduled the annual practice seminar in January in Miami, Florida. Now we still may have to end up doing that virtually because we don't know where the COVID is going to be at that time. But there are other things happening in the future. The DOF is here strong. We're looking for new members, and we hope you'll come out and join us. Now, if you have any questions for me, I'll be happy to answer them.
Yes. I love the rebranding. I love that new logo showing the diverseness of the diverse tree. And so all Black tax, accounting, audit owned firms can join the DOF. And like Dennis mentioned, there's so much work out there and we can't do it all. And so if you're a CPA, you've been thinking of jumping ship, starting your own practice, or just doing it on the side, having a practice on the side just to get started, DOF is here to help you. You will not be alone. And as you see from the website, they're advertising the different firms in the organization. So instead of, from me going forward, instead of me referring another CPA firm, I'm gonna refer them to DOF, and they can click and they can find who they wanna, potentially work with. I think that's genius. I love that rebranding. Let's see, I think we have a question. So Nicole, I'm seeking accountants for Black small business via the Oakland African American Chamber of Commerce. Those who are accepting business, please let me know. Okay. So yes, awesome, cool. So thank you for your insightful speeches, Tayemba and Eric and Dennis and Mike. So that was great information. Again, you all saw the websites up. So go on the websites, learn more information. You can contact them through the website. If you know them personally, reach out. If not, you can reach out to NABA. We can get you in touch. There's a lot of volunteer opportunities, especially with live courses, the bike ride that's coming up. I believe Tayemba said October 10th. And I've been scared to get on these bikes and the bike around, but I might join you guys. So that's awesome. So thank you again. Okay, so let's get back to the presentation. Okay, and we'll go to the next slide. Perfect. Let me move. I have this thing in the way. Okay. All right. So the NABA San Francisco Board for fiscal year 2021. Okay. So this is the moment that you've all been waiting for, the introduction of the board. But before I get started, let me just say that as a NABA San Francisco board member since 2007, which is the year that I graduated from UC Berkeley, and I started my career at PwC, I must say that this year's board is probably the most attentive, communicative, they're collaborative, willing, positive, and supportive board in all of my 13 years that I've been involved. And this is truly a special board, and I'm just grateful to be a part of this team. So you see us in our gorgeous black and white and red and our NABA mask over here in Jack London, Oakland. Like, we are truly a team. And so earlier you did hear from our lovely centered president, Shani Blevins, and you're probably wondering who I am. So let me just introduce myself. So let's go with the next slide. So, okay, that's me. That's me, and I'm Chika Obi. I'm your vice president, and I've been a CPA and an entrepreneur for over 10 years. And I've been a NABA member since my second year in undergrad at UC Berkeley. And I can't believe I've sat on the NABA Professional Executive Board again since 2007, so 13 years. In my years as a part of NABA, I've been able to witness the growth of our chapter, including seeing our students transition to professionals, seeing professionals climbing the corporate ladder. It's just been beautiful. And so this year, as vice president, my goal is to see our NABA membership numbers grow. We want to get those numbers up. And we are facing a challenging time where bringing people together in our community is kind of challenging, it's kind of limited, right? So, however, I am committed to doing just that. So just today, look at us, over 41 people together virtually. So we can make it happen. I also want to develop our student and professional members and strengthen our corporate relationships. With a dedicated and focused team, a clear and detailed plan, the support of our sponsors, and consistent and responsible action, I believe we can accomplish so much more even during these pandemic times. Remember, one voice, one NABA. Okay, now let's go to the next slide with Patrina, our Director of Corporate Relations. Take it away, Patrina.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Patrina, and I'm the Director of Corporate Relations for the FY21 fiscal year. I became a member of the NABA SF family in 2016 when I was awarded a scholarship towards my MBA studies. And that helped me in making a transition into a role of finance at the Clorox company from my previous career with the Oakland School District. So I'm excited to serve NABA SF in this capacity because I see that it aligns with my passion for connecting people to resources and opportunities, and it enables me to give back to the NABA family that helped me get on the new career journey that I'm on today. So what I've been doing in the last couple weeks, I've been quite busy responding to many inquiries, having meetings with businesses and companies who are very interested in connecting with our membership. And I've been utilizing that time to educate these companies about our mission of lifting as we climb and our objective to build a pipeline for Black professionals into the fields of accounting and finance. So I look forward to working on behalf of NABA SF this year, working collectively with the board. As Chika says, I've had a lot of questions. This is new for me to be on this side. And I'm enjoying the journey here serving NABA. And if any of you have companies that you think need to partner with NABA, I know I will be working with my company, Clorox, and I was glad to hear Eric Bell say, I think that they're participating in ACAP in a day, doing some tours of the office. So that's really what it's all about, helping to expose our youth, build this talent pipeline, bring them into the profession and support them. So my goals are to maintain and establish positive and mutually beneficial partnerships with corporations that are going to support our values and our mission, promoting NABA SF brand in the business community, identifying new partners. And I'll tell you, as I said, many partners are just seeking us out. We're getting new inquiries daily. And because of that, we've also taken a look back at the value that NABA brings to the corporate partners. And so we've restructured our corporate sponsorship opportunities and we've updated them to reflect that value. And we look forward to these companies making financial commitments to support our work. So that's me. And I look forward to seeing you sometime in the future in person. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I am Portia White. I am the Director of Communications for NABA San Francisco. I apologize. I have an 18-month-old who's like banging on the door and he just emptied a lotion bottle on the floor. So I'm going to try to make this kind of brief. So I've been a part of NABA for about 8 years, and I love NABA, and NABA's values align with my values, lifting as we climb, just building community and really supporting one another, not just professionally, but personally. You know, as part of NABA, we talk about mental health, we talk about your physical health, we talk about building your community, education. So, you know, it's not just about professional development, it's about bringing your whole self and just really working on, you know, everything, the 360, everything that you can bring to the table. And so as part of the communications, director of communications, I'm really here to make sure that we all stay connected. You know, we can't see each other in person, but we can try to do other creative ways to really stay connected and stay up to date with our members and our board, what we have going on, events. So if you see some LinkedIn posts and Instagram posts and Facebook posts, you know that's from me. And by the way, if you aren't already following us on Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn and potentially Twitter and soon to be YouTube channel, please add them now. If you have your phone, please add us on Instagram, naba.sf. So yeah, so if anyone has any questions, you know, or anything, like if you get some communications, feel free to DM us. I'm always, you know, constantly checking it. You know, I always want to make sure that we're getting information out and that everyone's still being connected, even though we're dealing with COVID right now, all working from home virtually, but you know, we can still get together the best way we can. So looking forward to meeting you all eventually one day in person. I hope so, but glad that we can at least do it virtually. Thank you for attending. And again, any questions, reach out. There's my email. Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, again, add us. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Hi everyone, my name is Andrea Taylor. Wow, I look super dark in my room. The sun has gone down, so my natural light has gone away. But I am the recording secretary this year, and I couldn't be more excited about it. I actually went to Howard University and got the privilege to be taught by one of the founding members of NABA, Frank Ross. He always liked to tell us how it was founded in his living room. And so throughout my 4 years at Howard, I was a student member, and I took a little time off when I got to KPMG, but I got back in a little bit last year. And it's just been an amazing journey. I have gotten scholarships from NABA, and it's really just propelled me to being the accountant that I want to be and encouraging me to be just the best professional in general that I can be. So for this year, I just want to encourage professionals and student members to just get more involved in NABA, to see all that NABA has to offer. I wanted to continue to encourage students to apply for like the local and national scholarships. It's something that I did, and it was amazing to actually get the scholarships, and just to increase our attendance at the student conference as well as the national convention, which is for everyone. So if you have any questions, any concerns, you guys can email me. It's at the bottom, but thank y'all for coming. 1 second, I'm trying to hit the next.
Hello, everyone. My name is Stephanie Hayward, and I serve as the treasurer. A little background about me. I graduated from Cal Poly SLO in 2018. I played softball there for 4 years. I'm currently an assurance associate at Ernst & Young in San Jose. And I'm fairly new to the Bay. I moved here in August 2019, but since COVID, I've been working from home in my hometown, Sacramento. And although I'm new, NABA SF has already allowed me to build new relationships and team with so many great individuals. I chose NABA because I love making new connections and helping others, and NABA provides the perfect opportunity for both of these things. So as treasurer, some of my goals include maintaining strong professional connections with donors and sponsors. Furthermore, timely acknowledgement of receipt of donations, as well as communication of annual donation summaries to our donors. And of course, complying with reporting deadlines and timely and accurate financial reporting. And I'm excited to continue this journey with my fellow board members. With that, we can move to the next slide and pass it on to Farida.
Hi, everybody. My name is Farida Tony. I am the financial secretary of NABA for the NABA SF board. I was first introduced to NABA in 2004. Shawnee was my RA, and she invited us to the Western Region Conference in Colorado. And that was the first time. I had always been like pretty ambitious, but that was the first time meeting people who looked like me, who really cared about my success and my career aspirations. Like, I didn't even know how to write a resume. Like, I thought I knew, but then I can't remember the woman that I met, but she literally took my email address and had her daughter create my cover letter and resume, which I have modeled throughout the years. And so now it's just like, that just kind of speaks to the type of care that you experience when you're just associated with NABA professionals. And so I'm a fairly new member. As the financial secretary, my ultimate goal is to support the back office needs of the organization and my board as a whole. And I'm just bringing my knowledge as a professional. I've worked in property management, and now as an online business manager with a team, I have just used all of my corporate experience, and I'm just using it with my good friends here. So I'm really excited and honored just to be a part of the board. So yeah.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for attending. My name is Fola Sawyer, and I am the Director of Membership. I have been an accounting professional and entrepreneur for over 10 years. While I attended Cal State Hayward, I don't call it East Bay, I heard a lot about NABA, but never got the opportunity to join. But I heard of the great things that they did. Last year, I met Chika, and she discussed the opportunity with me to become a professional member. At that time, I served on the board as a community member of several committees last fiscal year. And during my tenure, I realized that it's very important to be around like-minded people and to really support the mission and to get our students involved and also to be a service to our community. So this year, I'm really excited to be the Director of Membership, which was a position that was taken out of professional development. So we are going to really focus on engaging with our members and just bringing them back more alive or more active. I'm currently the finance and HR manager of ASME 3299, one of the largest unions for University of California. My goals for this fiscal year is to develop and foster relationships with paid members and friends of NABA, encouraging the professional membership with surveys and relationship building, reigniting the membership and to identify opportunities for members to fulfill their civic responsibilities. Below on the slide is my email address, which I do check daily. So please feel free to reach out to me if you have any interest about joining and renewing your membership. We are now going to put the link in the chat, and this is a great opportunity for individuals that would like to renew their membership to click on the link and please renew your membership. And also, this is also a call for individuals that would like to be a part of a great team. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Fola. So hi, everybody. My name is Rantia Conde, and I have been a NABA member for almost 14 years now. So honestly, I believe, and I'm very much a strong believer in the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. And I really believe that NABA demonstrates that, because NABA is full of so many talented, just passionate, brilliant individuals. And because of the contributions of everybody that I've seen over the years as I've been a member, it's just makes NABA just an amazing organization to be a part of. As some people have mentioned, you know, it's a family. NABA is more than just an organization, but it's really a family. Some of my closest friends I've met through this organization. So it really is very important to me, because I understand how this organization just helps throughout all areas of your life, especially professional life, when you are one of the only ones in your organization, and knowing that you have other people who look like you in other organizations or other areas that can help you along your career path, your personal life path, just to be an amazing human being. So with that, I am glad to be on the board this year. And as the before that, I am currently the revenue manager at National Mortgage Insurance Company here in Emeryville. And I've been there for about 3 years. Before that, I was at PMI in the mortgage industry and started off my career at KPMG. So as the Director of Professional Development, my goals this term are to identify opportunities for members to increase their knowledge, not just only in accounting and finance and business related areas, but also in interpersonal and personal development, because I think that is very important for everybody. Then also to engage and provide value to the membership in ways that makes each member truly feel professionally and personally supported. So, you know, I do want to find out what we need. Times have changed. Last year, it was really nice to be able to help execute a number of events. So as professional development, I am the person who helps to lead a lot of our membership in-person events as we had last year, but now we're in the virtual era. So again, looking forward to as many different ideas and ways we can stay connected and continue to provide value to you all. My goal is to have our organization host at least 1 to 2 successful events quarterly. You will see later in the presentation the upcoming events, and there is my email address at the bottom. So feel free to reach out, connect with me. I'm always open to ideas and also volunteers. So for the committee. So with that, thank you, and looking forward to hear from you soon and seeing you all.
Oh, that's a beautiful picture. Hi, everyone. Jeffrey Rugley. Man, it feels great to be on the NABA board this year. Last year was beautiful as well. I started off here in NABA 15 years ago as a student at UC Berkeley. Go Bears. A freshman, very nervous. A lot of people can tell you, a couple people in this room can tell you that I was really nervous speaking at events, and I wasn't that person. But over time, from the encouragement, the enrichment that I received from all the NABA family, because NABA here is a family, I've been able to grow. And it's just been beautiful. And so for me, it's like NABA has provided the encouragement, the mentorship, scholarship, soft skills, technical ability, and job opportunities to help me achieve my goals of becoming a CPA. So I started off my career at KPMG, and I transferred over to now SoFi, Social Finance. We have SoFi Stadium in LA. We're doing great things here at SoFi. And this year, as the Director of Student Development, I look forward to enriching students with the same privilege that they were bestowed upon me by my NABA heroes and colleagues, and to fulfill NABA's models, lifting as we climb. And so a couple of my goals for this year are: 1, develop, motivate, educate student members with technical and soft skills to make their transition from being a student to being a business professional. And also increase the student membership from where it currently is now, 35 students to 60 students by the end of the year, and create a student board to help increase leadership and have boots on the ground when it comes to recruiting students to come to more events. A couple of colleges that we're over include UC Berkeley, Cal State East Bay, also known as Cal State Hayward, San Francisco State, UC Davis, Contra Costa Community Colleges, Palo Alto Community Colleges. So we're over all those schools, and main thing is to make the transition easy as possible from becoming a student to become a professional. And right now we have a couple events coming up. We have the Center for Development of Black Professionals, where we do mock interviews. resume critique and networking skills. And this year, we actually did not have a chance to hold the NABA Gala this year, student scholarship gala, but we still wanted to encourage and also recognize the students who apply for the scholarship, who've done the great things they need to do in their community and also with NABA professionally and personally become the students that they are. And so with that, I would love to now show the student scholarship video. And so also this was prepared by Joshua Atkins, who's also a former student with the National Association of Black Accountants San Francisco chapter.
A week ago, I got the great news that I received the San Francisco NABA Scholarship.
I am the recipient of the NABA Scholarship presented by EY.
Congratulations for the NABA Scholarship.
I am so beyond honored to be this year's Ramsey Family Scholarship Rising Star Award recipient.
I'm very grateful to be a NABA Scholarship recipient.
Presentation-wise, pretty good.
Yay! I feel like I'm getting a golden ticket.
Well, first things first. National Association of Black Accountants Incorporated, San Francisco chapter, acknowledges the achievements of Gabriel DeSaling at the University of California at Santa Barbara and presents you with the EY Scholarship.
I got the NABA Scholarship Award from the Ramsey family.
Then we have this envelope. It's a check. Oh.
They sent me a mask.
A mask.
Oh, nice. That's beautiful.
This is really neat.
These people, man, they know how to treat you.
The t-shirt is pretty shiny.
Oh, that's pretty. Wow.
T-shirt.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Wow.
They also sent me a pound cake. So,
are you gonna share?
Oh, that's pretty tight.
You got a pound cake.
Oh, that's fun for the whole family. I like this, NABA.
I'm really excited to get into this.
Thank you so much for giving me the scholarship award.
Thank you, NABA. I really appreciate it.
So thanks again for lifting us as you climb.
Thank you, NABA.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, NABA. I'm so honored. I really didn't think I could do it, but I'm really excited about that. And thank you so much for sending me all of these goodies.
I would like to take this time to thank Ernst & Young for their part in getting me this opportunity and this scholarship. I can't explain how appreciative I am, and every time I've had an interaction with this company, it's always been positive, overwhelmingly positive. I'm a 2-time launch intern, and it's been an amazing time to be a part of this company, and especially now with Ernst & Young taking such a strong stance against social injustice. I can't explain what that means to me as a Black man. I also like to say thank you for your donations towards NABA and other Black orgs and social orgs just towards positive social change and supporting these underrepresented minorities to get to where they want to be, as you've helped support me. So, a great thank you to Ernst & Young. Can't say that enough.
This scholarship is helping me continue college at University of Pennsylvania as I gain the knowledge and experience necessary to achieve my career goals. NABA has granted me access to resources, events, and learning opportunities to sharpen the skills I've been learning in college to become an impactful leader in the future. I hope to encourage Black students at my school and in my community to join the supporting, helpful, and resourceful community that NABA is. Thank you again for awarding me the scholarship. A special thank you to the Ramsey family.
Hi, my name is Noor Dodson, and I'm a 4th-year student at UC Berkeley studying business administration and economics. The scholarship means a little bit more to me because I actually had the opportunity to intern at UI. NABA has always been there for my personal and professional development, and I'm always reminded by its motto, to lift as we climb. I will continue to do this in my final year of college and in my professional career. Thanks again.
Hello, my name is Zan Dotson, and I am a 2nd year at UC Davis. I am honored and thankful to be a recipient of the EY Scholarship. These scholarships demonstrates NABA's motto, lifting as we climb. When I return to school, I will continue to exemplify this motto by staying active, raising awareness, and recruiting members for this great organization.
Being a NABA scholarship recipient is something that is very meaningful for me because it shows me that someone is there to acknowledge the hard work that I've been putting in and that is there to reward me for it. And it also shows me that someone is there to help my family pay for me throughout college. And something that I would do to help other students reach the benefits of NABA is just telling them about NABA and how they've helped me personally and how they could help them throughout their school, throughout their accounting journey, and throughout everything they need, because they provide mentors and teachers to help and people to speak to throughout. So if they have any questions or feel confused at any point in their career, they can reach out to NABA and they're always there to help. And that's something that I'm very thankful for, and I'm very thankful for this reward.
NABA SF chapter and to the donors, thank you guys so much for this wonderful opportunity. It means that I put myself out there even though I was super nervous to do so, and I'm so glad that I did because I could have never imagined such a great opportunity like this happening. It means that I get to meet all of the other wonderful recipients of this scholarship as well, possibly build an acquaintance with them. So what can I do to help people reap the benefits of NABA? I can tell them about it, which I do on a daily basis. I can tell them how it's helped me present myself in a professional manner. I can tell them about the wonderful opportunities NABA has in their events, invite them to come and attend with me, or also direct them to their social media platform where they can learn so much more about NABA. I can also send them some of the emails that I receive from NABA and or attend the Zoom sessions with them. Thank you guys so much for this opportunity.
Hi, my name is Chioka Makari. I'm a current junior at the University of California, Berkeley, and I'm a recent recipient of the NABA scholarship. I would firstly like to say thank you so much to NABA. This scholarship means so much to me. I made sure that when I came to this campus, I wanted to find a community of people who I thought would uplift me and continue to support me regardless of my career pursuits. This scholarship means so much to me and my family because it makes me just focus more on my career pursuits as opposed to financial other things that might come in the way. I would also like to give a really huge thank you to the Mary Tressel / Armanino Foundation for this prestigious and really grand scholarship. I'm so grateful and thankful to be the recipient of this scholarship. I'm so grateful and thankful to be a recipient of the scholarship through NABA, who's constantly uplifting, supporting, and encouraging students to be the best professionals and find their careers as they want. So I'm really grateful for this sponsor and for this scholarship, and I'm really grateful. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to tackle on this new year.
Hi, my name is Vanessa. I am a senior at the University of California, Berkeley, and the recipient of the Gwendolyn D. Skillearn Scholarship. To me, being a NABA scholarship recipient means being a part of an organization that truly wants to help its students. I've been a NABA member since sophomore year, and since then, I've had the chance to meet so many professionals, including mentors who have helped guide me through the start of my accounting career. One thing I would do to help other students experience NABA benefits would be to let them know about all of the great opportunities that the association provides, such as networking opportunities, volunteering programs, and scholarship programs just like this one. And as a soon-to-be college graduate, I truly hope to embody NABA's motto of lifting as we climb. Thank you to my sponsor, Gwendolyn Skillearn, for helping students like me get closer to their goals. NABA would not be where it is today without its sponsors who strive to help others and take time to give back to the community.
And I just lastly want to say that we have over 18 students who are attending the virtual student conference this Thursday all the way to Saturday, We'll have the opportunity to network with other big professional companies and also potentially land an internship or job for this upcoming year. And also we have the EY launch program that we've also mentioned to all the students from EY, and yeah, just looking very happy to encourage the students.
Hey guys again. So thank you all, and I just wanted, I hope, oh my God, it's so dark. So sorry. So sorry. But I just wanted to thank everyone, and hopefully you got a little bit more information about us during this presentation, and you learned a little bit more about us. So please, 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 if you want to volunteer or you feel like there's something that you can definitely give, please join a committee if you're interested. We have multiple committees that you can join, such as the Student Development Committee, the Professional Development Committee, Membership Committee, Fundraising, as well as Communications. There should be a link that's been provided in the chat box. So if you have any questions, please reach out also to those committee members or the director of that committee, and they will provide you with additional information. Oh, I lost it. There we go.
All right, so just to give you guys a heads up for our upcoming events this year. So as Jeff mentioned, tomorrow we'll kick off the NABA Virtual Student Conference from Thursday to Saturday the 26th. Then on October 28th, please mark your calendars. We will be having another IRS COVID-19 update. So, hey, there's going to be a lot of great information for us to all learn more and see what the IRS says and any guidance around this particular topic. Then there's the DOF Ralph Grant Institute CPE event, which is happening on November 23rd to the 25th, as Mike and Dennis mentioned. And then we also have in 2021, the Crawl Before You Ball Financial Literacy event. So look forward to that on February 11th. Then we have our Black History Month event on February 25th, and our Center for Advancement of Black Professionals, CAP, on February 27th. So this is just a list of some of the events that we have. We still have additional events to look forward to this 2020 from Working Solutions, Bank of the West, and SFMTA. So please stay tuned. Look at your emails, our social media to get more information on these upcoming events.
So now it's time for polls. And for Rita will lead the poll. Andrea will lead the polling.
All right, I was struggling trying to find this light so y'all can actually see me, and then my mute button wouldn't work. Okay, hi. So we're gonna start some polls. Just want to get a little bit more information about you guys. So if you could, please tell us, where are you from? Giving you guys a little bit of time, so I'll be ending the poll in about 5 seconds. Go ahead and drop your answer, and ending poll now. So just so we can share the results, it seems like we have 47% from Oakland, 16% from the South Bay, about 20. Oh, okay. Well, sorry, Eric. I didn't think Alameda. Sorry. We have about 26. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't think about East Bay. Oh, or Solano. Good.
Oakland adjacent.
Points. Sorry. 26% from Contra Costa, and we have 2 people in Sacramento. See, Steph, you're not alone. All right, so let's move on to our next polling question. I can stop that. So, what is your preferred method of contact? And I'll be stopping the poll in about 5 seconds. So go ahead and get your answers in.
What is
All right.
Instagram?
And it looks like emails is getting it by 95. All right, emails it is. We really hope that the newsletters are providing you with a lot of information. That's where we try and share everything that's going on with the chapter. But as Portia mentioned, we do have our social media. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see our next poll. How about meeting in person? How comfortable are you with meeting in person right now? So I will be ending the poll in about 5 seconds.
They're thinking hard on this one. Give it maybe 10 seconds.
I know, it's really interesting.
All right, gonna be ending the poll. It does depend on the people, so we definitely are gonna take that into consideration.
And the size of the space.
The size of the space, definitely it being outside. We are definitely gonna be in compliance with COVID rules because we don't want to get sick. We don't want y'all to get sick. But it looks like a bit of a mixed crowd, but a lot of y'all are like, maybe 2021 is the move. I feel it. Oh, sorry, I didn't share it. A lot of y'all were thinking that 2021 is probably it. But if we do have any events, please know that they will be social distance. They will require you to have a mask, and it will probably be in an outside space. And I believe this is our last poll, and we just want to gauge how you guys feel about time limits for virtual events.
Well, they can't see the result.
All right, so gonna give you guys about 5 more seconds just to see. And here we go. All right, it looks like everyone's more leaning to an hour, possibly an hour and a half. Sounds good. All right, well now we'll hand it over to Rita for some just open questions.
Okay. Let's put this down. Okay, so you guys can let us know what virtual experience would you be interested in? Share that with us. What virtual experience would you be interested in?
So if you can please raise your hand, we'll unmute you if you would like to respond to this question.
Okay.
You have a raised hand, Robert.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, Robert.
I guess I'll start off by saying great job, everyone, for the presentation. This was really good. The one question or virtual experience that I would be interested in is, has the board started to put any thought into the VITA program, and if this is something the chapter will support this upcoming tax season for our community?
So I'll just answer that. So generally, in fact, last year we did partner with VITA. The location was, don't quote me on the location, but we did partner locally. This coming tax season, I will say it will depend on the VITA program and how they're gonna, do things considering COVID and shelter in place, and we don't know how that's going to look like next year. But this is a very important question, and so what we'll do is we'll keep in contact with our VITA connection and just keep posted as to how VITA will run this coming year. Did we get any other questions or?
Okay.
Let me see.
Good evening, everyone. What a great presentation. Congratulations to the leadership team. It's great to be online with several mentors and sponsors, as well as our scholarship recipients. So just wanted to say hello to everyone. Virtual event that I would be open to participating in is those of serving the community where the environment has been controlled for PPE, temperature checks, etc. And so one example that I would have of that is in East Oakland, through the World Central Kitchen and Eat, Learn, Play, they distribute food to the community where the community drives up and the volunteers put the goods in the car so it's contactless, and that gives an opportunity to be able to connect with your peers through the organization as well as give back to the community. So those would be the type of virtual experiences that I would participate in that has been controlled and procedures are taking place.
Awesome. I like those options. Okay, and I think we have one more participant, Julia Lewis.
Hi, great presentation. I guess this could be a little tricky, but almost like a work group therapy, like where people could be really candid about, you know, how they feel in their organizations and how they handle certain, you know, challenges. People could just share and maybe get ideas from each other.
Thank you, Julia. That's a good one. And we would work together to see how we can put something like that together, but that's a great idea. And in the chat, it looks like Navigating Corporate America, making that a virtual event.
Yeah.
I think that's questions for that one.
Are we safe to move on to the next one? Someone said a happy hour to meet others for the new members.
New member orientation, virtual, that's a great one. Thank you.
Okay, safe to move on to the next one. All right. Would you be interested in an outdoor event in 2021, like a drive-in network, things like that? Happy hour. Well, we already saw the happy hour.
We have a yes. We have a couple yeses in the chat.
Virtual redo of Battle of DJs. That sounds fun.
I wanted to guess New York next.
Ooh, a battle of the big fours. Interesting.
If we did do a drive-in, like, I don't know.
Say it.
You know, in Atlanta, they having their little pull-up parties. Pull up, but don't get out. That's what they do it at my church.
Hey, team, I just wanted to amplify that. Thank you for allowing me to be unmuted. My previous example was in person, and to the comments that are being made now, that same area is looking at drive-in movies in October. So that will be happening soon.
That sounds so much fun. Yeah.
I know there is a drive-in in Concord. I don't know if it's like a capacity thing or anything like that, but I am super interested because I miss going to the drive-in. I used to go when I was little. So just a little tidbit there.
Someone's saying drive-ins. Michaela is saying that San Jose drive-ins are open. So that's fall season is coming. So that would be cool. Okay, if there's nothing else on this question, I guess we can move on to the next one. Hey, how are you separating your work life from your home life while working at home? Good question. If I could just kind of jump in on that one, just to kind of use myself as an example, and I think a lot of you guys would agree, create a separate workspace. And the discipline it takes to not have your laptop open working on your bed. You know, there's the psychology around if you're on your bed, your body and your mind is thinking sleep. But if you have a designated workspace, but I mean, you could also like go for a walk or something, but that's the first thing that popped up when I saw this.
Oh, so I just put that, so I work from a co-working place, away from my home, from my apartment. And for me, it's been a blessing because work and home and everything just bundled together was just not working for me. Mentally, like my stress was high, I was gaining weight. And so I think it gives me some structure and some routine that I wake up, I go to my workspace, and I come home, I don't work. So that's what I've been doing.
Let's see. Julia says fairly easily. I bought a monitor a while back, and my dining room table that I never really use for dining is my work desk.
Just a quick moment. Sorry, Frida. Don't mean to
Oh,
cut you off. But Michaela, you can now speak.
Hi, this is Michaela from San Jose. So one thing I've been doing is using my calendar and doing time blocking so that I'm only working set blocks, especially because I have a young kid at home. So that's been really helpful in doing my work-life balance.
Thank you for sharing.
We had a couple more in the chat. In fact, Nicole mentioned setting boundaries. That's a huge one. Being unapologetic about them. Being able to say no. Not no but, or no because, but no is a complete sentence. So that's huge. And Patrina says she did a Girl Trek Black History Walking Boot Camp daily. Oh.
Yeah, Girl Trek is on a mission to get Black women to commit to taking care of themselves. So they had a daily, like 30-minute get outside and walk. And while you were walking, you were listening to the history of a different woman in the civil rights and Black Power movement. So it was really good.
Nice.
We can move on to the next.
So those were our three questions.
Okay, this is Patrina. Sorry, my computer connection fell off earlier, so now you just see my screen share. But I just wanted to say, give a great big thank you to our corporate sponsors on the screen. So we've had partnerships over this past year with Kaiser Permanente, Bank of the West, SFMTA, FHL Bank San Francisco, Berkeley Haas, Wells Fargo, Working Solutions, and EY. So we want to thank them for their partnership and financial commitment to the NABA SF family for advancing our work in the community and in the corporate arena. And I want to say that based on the conversations I've had over the month, I can attest that there will be many more corporate brands showing up on the screen the next time we meet. So again, it was nice to be able to hear from everyone, be engaged in this meeting, and I look forward to seeing you in the future in person.
Before we end, there is some questions in the chat to address. There was one from Robert. And if Robert's still on, can we bring him on just to further explain what he means?
Yes, give me 1 second. Sorry. I'm just gonna stop my share because this makes it so much easier to see. Go ahead, Robert.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was thinking it'll probably, and this will probably have to be something that's pondered upon before a decision is made. Is there a way that NABA can roll out a membership drive challenge where you push or challenge corporate sponsors by X date to have the most professional members signed up? Is that something the chapter has historically done? And what has been the success in that, if anyone knows?
Not to my knowledge, but it sounds like a great idea. Corey or Nicole, have you guys done that way back when you guys are on the board? Of course, they're not. But if you can say yes or no in the chat. But that's a great idea, Robert, and we'll speak about that as a board to see how we can pull that off, and we might bring you into the conversation just to kind of hear about your vision for it.
Nicole, you can now speak. I don't see a Corey. He might have dropped off. Nicole?
And maybe Nicole, maybe her answer is a no, because she didn't write anything in the chat.
Oh, okay.
That's a great one.
That is
Well, I would say, Robert, I know as part of the sponsorship packages, the corporation, depending on what level they come in, they definitely have a certain number of membership spots. But also, we're looking forward to doing a meeting with one of the prospective sponsors, and we're going to present to their whole finance organization. So I think with every corporate sponsor that we speak to, we ask that they promote the fact that they've become a corporate sponsor with NABA and let their employees know that they should sign up, with NABA to be a member. So I think we can always try to keep that at the forefront or as part of our conversation with our corporate sponsors.
And Robert, consider joining our membership committee.
I'll actively support.
I've been unmuted. I know a question was posed to me, but I hit the wrong button. Can you repeat the question?
Sure. So the question was, just in the past, was there a membership drive challenge that we can push for our corporate sponsors? So just in the past or in your experience within NABA, have you seen a membership drive challenge, or has there been one ever?
I have seen them. I think there's other leaders, past leaders on the call as well. I will support Robert in his call and do our best to make sure EY is number one.
I love it.
So I think that's an excellent way to help to increase membership and get to the goals, especially during this time, as you all heard with Mike Steele's and Dennis Middleton's presentation from a DOF perspective, and how there's so much demand for their services and not enough of us out there to provide those type of services. I think it should be that same demand in membership. Is power in numbers, and now is our time.
Agreed. Sounds good. Chica, did you see any other questions that you wanted to address?
No more questions so far. And before we end, if there's any more questions, pop it in the chat or raise your hand. We'll give it a few seconds before we wrap up. Hey.
All right.
Take it away.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for attending the State of the Chapter meeting. We just wanted to kind of give you just an overview of what's going to be happening, to introduce ourselves, and to just give us a time to hang out and get to know each other. So thank you all so much for giving us your evening, and we hope that you can join us again real soon. Have a great night.
Thank you, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thanks, Samaya. You have a beautiful night as well.
All right. I don't.
We got some folks.
Yeah, just kicking it.
Now 14. We got 14 people. 13.
Hey, Rashada.
Hey, Rashana.
I think they probably. I'm gonna just wait. I can remove them.
You're like, you don't have to go home, but
you might have to get out the Zoom room.
Like, you don't have to go, but dinner is waiting.
It is really real. It's a real moment. Okay, so last is me. All right.
Okay, we're good.
We're
Hey,
clear.
Farida, real quick, what's your email address? What does it start with?
VP